What's good, tribe? You know. Welcome to another video, gentlemen. This won't be a long video. It's going to be a real short one, I promise. So, in the description box of this video and most of my other videos, there's an email address. And I say in every email, or I say in every video, have any questions, send me an email. And a young man sent me an email. Shout out to you, bro. He wants to remain anonymous, so I'm gonna respect that. But the question he asked is he's a young man who his daughter, the baby mama is keeping him from his daughter. And he said, well, what do you do in this situation? Right? Long story short, that's what it is. I said, listen, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing, right? If you're in a situation, I myself was in the same situation. You in a situation, man, the best thing you can do is cut ties. That's it. If the woman you decided to lay down with and end up having a baby with is using your child and or children as a weapon to then dictate what you do, that's the highest form of manipulation, gentlemen. And it's dangerous. And it's a lot of times what happens is these females know for a fact that most men, I would argue, care for their children. Even guys who are like shit guys who are straight in the gutter, in the hood, they do the worst things ever. Oftentimes, these men want to be seen as good dads. I would argue that. And because she know you want to be seen as a good dad, she gonna use that to her advantage. Yeah, I got him now. And it's difficult. It's gonna be extremely difficult. Man, how do I cut ties? You just cut ties. Start talking to her. Stop talking to your child. Man, I can't do that. Okay, then guess what she gonna do? My mother passed a couple years ago. My mother had a saying for men who allow women to dictate what they do. Boy, that bitch got you by the nose, right? And what that meaning was, the figurativeness of it was that a woman had her fingers in your nose telling you where to go, and all you did was just follow, right? And that's what's going to happen. And I get it. You're like, man, I can't cut my child off. You're going to have to. You are going to have to. Now, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be extremely difficult. But the alternative to that is that mother, the child's mother, dictating your every single move. I'm going to give you quickly something, man. I go to friend of the court at the time I owed child support. Back then, I owed like 16 grand. I had got a good job, and I ended up paying it all off, right? This is maybe 16 years ago, 15, 16 years ago. And I owed about 16 grand to these people. And she knew what she was doing. So one time I said, listen, look, I'm trying to work with you. I want to see my daughter. She was like, look, no, and she would have me in tears, man. And this woman enjoyed watching me cry. Like, she really enjoyed. And y'all know these kind of bras. She'll watch you cry and watch you in tears and get enjoyment out of it. That's demonic. That's evil. Right? And so what my daughter's mother would do is she would tell me all these old outrageous things. And because I was naive to a lot of it, and I didn't know the law back then, I'm like, man, she can do this and she can do that to me? Man, that's messed up. And taking that shit to heart and feeling like, man, I'm a horrible father. You're not, number one. I don't give a damn what her nasty ass told you. You ain't a horrible father. She telling you that shit to get in your head to make you believe you are a horrible father because you're not doing what she wants you to do. Promise you, not spending money on your child does not make you a horrible dad. It's presence that children need. No child needs 7 pairs of Jordans. They need 17 million hours with their fathers, what they need. But anyway, I digress. So I go to friend of the court, and before I go to court, I call my baby mama. I said, listen, I need No, she calls me. She said, listen, I need a couple $100 for your daughter. And she had 2 sons after her and I dated. She got married and had 2 sons with that guy. And the guy's name is Angel. So she says, Angel don't want to help me, and if you wouldn't mind, I need a couple $100. I said, look, later on this month, I go to friend of the court. I'm going to court for child support. I need you to show up if I give you this money. Oh, I got you. I said, listen, and we're going to refer to her as Baby D, as people call her. I said, listen, Baby D. I need you to come to court. No, I'm telling you, I'm not lying to you. I'll show up. I said, last time you told me that, you didn't show up. Gentlemen, listen. She told me the same thing 2 other times ago, and I still believe she was going to show up. I said, okay, look, D, I'm going to give you this money, but you got to show up to court. Let them know that I'm paying you money, cash, and I'm paying for my child support. Okay, I got you. Show as shit stink, y'all. I'm telling you, show as shit stink. I go to court, she ain't there. Now, if anybody ever been dealing with a friend of the court, they are ruthless. So I'll tell the judge, I say, listen, look, I just gave her $700 a couple weeks ago, and I'm paying child support. So the judge said, you got evidence of that? I said, Your Honor, she told me she was going to be here. What am I supposed to do? So the judge says, and I'm bullying. Look, I'm not playing, man. The judge says, you got $700 more dollars? The judge said, you can pull out $700 right now. I won't throw you in jail. Guess where I was at that night, Joe? Look, my ass was in jail. And I remember sitting there, look, I remember being transported in the cop car thinking, this bottom of the barrel. I was so mad, man. I was so mad. So I called when I got to the jail and said, listen, I'm in the county. They'll let me out with $700. I don't have $700 right now, but I can pay you back if you get me out. She laughed and hung the phone up on me, man. True story, right? And at the time, my daughter must have been 14, 15 at the time. She's 31 now. So she must have been about 14 to 15 at the time. And I remember thinking to myself, how can I let that happen, man? How do I keep letting this woman keep finessing me out my shit? I mean, like every time. I mean, for years. My daughter's 31. So like, you go back, I haven't talked to my daughter in almost 10 years, 15 years, right? So one of the few times I was like, look, I want to see my child. And she's like, lost my train of thought. Damn. But I remember sitting there thinking, like, why do I keep letting this woman finesse me out of my life and out of, time with my child? And I really believed in my heart, and most men, I would argue, most men want to be that kind of father. I really believed that she was going to be decent today. Bro, you're not a bad dude if you decide to cut ties with that woman and that child. You're not a bad dude, man. I can tell you, man, example after example of lived experiences I went through with Baby D and my daughter. Having a boyfriend pull a gun on me. I'm in my car driving away, shoot my back window out. I got to call the police and file a police report. And of course, I didn't say he did it. I just said I was driving down the road, somebody shot my window out, right? I mean, I could have said it was him. I definitely could have, right? But the reality of it is had I said that and had I done that, it'd have made it much worse for me. I'd have never seen my daughter, right? And I remember at one point in time, I was able to text my daughter. And I don't even know if it was actually my actual daughter. Like, I can give you example after example, man, of me trying to be a good father and realize that no matter what I did, how much of it I did, how wrong I did it, it didn't matter. So the harsh truth I have to give you is you're going to have to cut ties with that woman and your child. You're going to have to. You're going to have to become that guy. Especially if she's weaponizing your child against you. Now, most people will say the advice I'm giving you is horrible advice. It ain't, man. It's not. For me, what happened was Baby D was having a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend named Chris. Baby D had a boyfriend. She would often call, have him come over and fight me. Now, Chris carried a gun on him, right? I ain't carry a gun. I'm not a gangster. I ain't a gangster at all. Don't let nobody lie to you. I'm not a gangster. So I never had a gun on me. He would always have a gun on him. Never pulled it on me. And I was telling him, look, Chris, man, I don't want to fight you, bro. And she, he did this, he did this. Man, look, bro, I don't want to fight you. Stop listening to her. And then we'll get to fighting. Now, I legitimately didn't want to fight dude. Not because I couldn't, because I just didn't want to. And I whoop his ass, and he'd get pissed and pull his gun out, and then somebody call the police, and he'd run off, and I had to sit there and explain what took place. And I can't tell him I know dude, because then she gonna get mad at me. Well, you know the guy who put your gun on you? No, I don't know who he was. I don't know what, he just had a bad day or something, I guess. And it was often those examples, man, the situations I found myself in, and no matter what I did or tried to do, no matter how much good I wanted to do as a father for my child, the best thing I could have done was cut ties. And I promise, man, I promise you, you are going to get called all things in the book. Everything but a child of God, you're going to be called. You are. Oh, you a deadbeat. You don't even want to see your child. And the one thing that they use, they try to not stroke your ego, they'll attack it, right? Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Listen. Do not crash out over that, man. Don't do it. Because she'll have your ass underneath the prison looking at football scores, trying to figure out what you did wrong. Man, I should have just sat down. I should have listened to Big Dog. Listen to Unc, man. Listen to me. Go on, sit on back, man. If you you honestly believe that, or even if you know for a fact that your baby mama is keeping you from your child and just being a vindictive demon, right? Man, you're going to have to cut ties, man. You're going to have to cut ties. And it's going to be hard. And one of the many tactics she's going to use, because Baby D did this to me, have my daughter call me up. I answer the phone. Hello? I hear my baby's voice. Hi, Daddy. I'm so excited. Oh, it's my daughter. Hey, baby girl, how you doing? Soon as she get the phone, her mama get the phone. I told your bitch ass. And oh, my God. And if you hang up, I'm going to tell you said X, Y, and Z. Now I can't hang up. Because if I hang up, no matter what I say, her mother go plant in her head, I did so-and-so thing and never even did shit. Bro, long story short, you're going to have to cut ties, man. You're going to have to cut ties. You are going to have to cut ties. Gentlemen, I'm going to say this to y'all again. You have any questions, man, related to dealing with, a vindictive, evil, venomous baby mama, shoot me an email, man. I keep your stuff private. I ain't going to tell nobody who you are, where you come from. I ain't going to tell nobody none of that. But I'm going to give you some advice. When I tell you, as a 48-year-old man, I've been through it. I've seen it. And I've actually lived these experiences. This is not coming from some shit I saw somebody else went through. I've actually lived these experiences. The best thing you can do in a situation where the woman is actively trying to weaponize your child against you is to cut ties. Change your phone number. Move, and when you move. Block her on all social media. Baby D can't find me on nothing. I ain't look, bro. Listen to me, man. She can't find me on Jack. Now, I do have my actual name on my social media because it is my name, right? My daughter, my granddaughter, my son, right? They can find me. But like, if you really want to find me, you can. But on my initial social media, I blocked her. Unless she created a different page and I don't know who she is, that's how she's looking at me. But you got to go deep, man. You got to go deep. And brother, listen to me. Listen, Playboy. You're going to have to commit to this, man. Because a part of you is going to want to go back and check on her. Don't do it. It doesn't serve you. Do not do it. You want to cut ties. You want to be... You wanted the situation to be where she's not using the child as a weapon against you. You got to stop caring. You got to stop caring. That part of your heart that your child has will always be there for your child. Let me give you some more advice. I'm talking about your child. Damn that broad, bro. Damn her. I'm sick and tired of y'all telling me about y'all baby mama that y'all still in love with, man. That nasty ass. Listen, man. Damn that broad. You mad because she over there doing, damn her, man. Be a father that your child need. The only reason she doing that shit to you, man, because you let her. You know goddamn well you should be leaving that broad alone. You shouldn't even be talking to her at any point in time, at all. And she using that shit because she know for a fact you gonna keep coming back. I got him. I got him. I got him, girl. And all her other demons and animals. Oh, girl, yeah, I know you talking about. And your dumb ass, you look just as idiot as you look just as stupid as everybody else. You running behind her. Bro, she using your daughter as a weapon. She using your child as a weapon because you allowing her to do so. The moment you step up, grow some balls, and realize that you got to cut ties with that man, I'm going to tell you something. I've been married 20 years. It's been 24 years since I've ever touched my baby mama. 24 years. I don't want to have sex with her. I don't want to be in a room with her. I don't want to look at her. I don't want to talk to her. Nothing. She is what she is because that's what she is. I've been married 20 years. July 23rd of this year, I will be married 20 years. I ain't got time for that, man. I ain't got time for that. It's time, and for men, it's time for us to step up, man, and be actual men. Stop letting some cat man dictate what you do. It is so much. What my man NTR, what's he call it? The viscous innards. The viscous innards is everywhere. Everywhere. You open your phone and go to any app and see some viscous innards. You are fine. Don't let that one piece of man. I love her. I love my homeboy Jacob, man. Jacob is his name. Just got sentenced, and I wish I was making this number up. 72 to 145 damn years here in the state of Michigan. 72 to 100 and some. Bro, what? 145? That's insane. Over some broad, he ain't. As a matter of fact, he got mad because she had decided to leave him alone and go with some other dude. Jacob then finds this out, go finds dude, take the dude out, take his, I think he took the dude out, took his brother out, and like killed the dog or something. Bro, that is not the direction you want to take your life at all. And she's still out here being a thought rocket, and you under someone's prison. You under someone's jail? No. That is not the way to go. I'm telling you, the most clean, concise, and most methodical way to solve this problem is to cut ties. Again, I say this. You're not cutting off your daughter. You're not doing that. You may have to stop talking to your child for a while. You may have to stop talking to your son for a second. That may be a thing. I'm not going to lie to you. But the baby mama, you got to stop dealing with her altogether. I don't know why y'all be so in love with these bras, man. Like, y'all just infatuated with them. Like, ain't no more of that cat anywhere else. She the only one who got some. Out of all 4 billion women on the planet, out of all 4 billion women on the planet, she just the only one. She the only one. Bro, if you subtract 1 from 4 billion, it's still 4 damn billion. 1 minus 4 billion is still 4 billion. You got 4 billion options to choose from. And then don't be a man who's actually built himself up to be somebody. Bro, look, man. Cut ties, man. Cut them ties, y'all. I keep telling y'all. Y'all got to cut them ties, man. And especially, she go weaponize. That's the hardest thing, man. I can't tell y'all how many times I've been in the courtroom with baby D and my daughter, fighting them to see my daughter. I got to fight the courts to see my daughter. I got to fight her mama to see my daughter. I'm in court and trying to figure out why no one, why can't I just see my child? Why is that so hard for people? Because they don't care. None of them do. None of them. When I owed all that money, 16 grand to the friend of the court, man. When I went in there and paid that money off, and I paid it in, it was 4, 8. No, it was 4, 4, and 8. I went in there, first time paid 4 grand off. Second time I went in, paid 4. They even called the cops on me. I went in there for 4 grand to pay my child support off. She called the police. And the cops like, okay, why they call the police? Bro, I don't know. I'm here to pay my child support off. Well, where you get the money from? Excuse me? Look, I'm in jail because I was there to pay my, and this is no joke, right? I'm in jail trying to pay my child support off. So the cop took me downtown, right? They take me down to the county jail here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm in the county jail, right? I'm sitting there like, bro, this is wild. This is wild, man. This can't be real. I got 4 grand on me. I got like 4,500 on me. I'm like, bro, this is wild, man. So the sergeant says, what you locked up for? I said, man, I don't even know. He said, for real? I said, bro, I went downtown to the front of the court to pay my child support off. He said, well, how much you owe? I said, I owe now. It was like $1,200. I said, oh, $1,200 now. I'm finna pay $4,000 today and get it down to the 8, and then I can pay that off later. He said, where you get the money from? Why is this anybody's business? I said, dude, I'm in here for trying to do the right thing. That's what no one is getting at. And you're going to run into these. Listen, when I say obstacles, bro, listen to me, man. When I say obstacles, I mean obstacles. You gonna hit some walls you didn't even know was existing, right? Seriously, man. Seriously, cut ties. It's gonna be hard. You can still love your child from a distance. If you still want to be here, you still want to be free, you still want to actually live your life, you got to do all that from a distance, bro. Seriously, man. Seriously. Because these broads, man, listen, look. I keep telling, man, and I will always say this, man. You got to be extremely, extremely careful. Excuse me, who you have children with. Extremely careful. I had my daughter when I was 16 years old. I don't have any more biological children. I got my stepchildren from my wife. I don't have any children biologically. I don't. And in 20 years of marriage, my wife and I, we never wanted children. We didn't. My stepchildren were enough. And, in 20 years, could we have had other children? If we wanted to, we probably could have. Probably. Just wasn't a thing. She didn't want any, and I definitely didn't want any. I'm okay with that. Make that choice. Stop putting listen. Not every, what MTR say, the viscous innards, not every viscous innards you run into is worthy of your seed, gentlemen. It's not. It just isn't. Right? I know y'all don't understand that yet, man, but look, I was not here. I could have been a virgin, bro. That's how much of the viscous innards I was not getting. You hear me? I wasn't into that, man. No. I had bigger visions for my life. I had things that I wanted to actually do in my life. Things I wanted to finish, right? I started a business when I was 24, 25 years old. And ended up losing my business partner to a health problem. Started another business, right? That went under because I got robbed from a family member. I'd always had big dreams for myself, and my goal was to actually succeed and achieve those dreams. I couldn't do that if there was I had certain things on my back, right? And one of the things I had to get rid of, besides that child support, was Baby D. I had to get rid of Baby D, y'all. I had to get rid of her. I did. So, bro, answer your question. You got to cut ties, man. It's unfortunate, but you're going to have to cut ties, and you're going to have to do it soon. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a situation that you cannot get out of. And you're going to wish you listened to me. I'm out, man. Hey, listen. You made it this far in the video. I've noticed that a lot of y'all aren't subscribed, right? Please like, subscribe to the channel, share it. And if you're interested in my program, it's in the description box. The first module is 100% free. That's the first link in the description. You can get that if you want the entire program. That's the second link in the description. And if you have any questions, bro, send me an email. I don't put anybody's business out there who don't want to be known. I don't say your name, where you're from. I just say what the email was about, and I give you my answer. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'm out, tribe. Peace.